There we go. And good evening, pips. If you are joining us for the recap show for Season 4, Week 1. And you are, of course, joining myself, jacosauer, and Seeker707. How are you, Seeker? Good. Nice. Welcome to Clan Wars. Please keep your hands and feet inside the vehicle at all times for your own safety. Yeah? All right. So if there are people that have joined us on the stream, welcome, guys, and thank you for joining. Thank you also for your support. Of course, if you're already subscribed to the channel, you are awesome. If you are not, please hit that subscribe button to become awesome. Also, the bell to get your notifications. And of course, if you like what we are doing, remember to give us a like on this video. But Sika, we've had a very, very interesting week, haven't we? For a week 1 in the comp. Yeah, so there's been some early challenges here in week 1, and obviously that's due to I would say a little bit of They can't hear you. Okay, speak for me. Okay, hang on. Let me see if I can fix this. Just on a side note, did you actually do the update of the software? No? Okay, hang on. Technical issues, right? Technical issues. Let's see. I'm wondering if I should do that. Let's try that. Speak now.
Can you hear me?
Well,
can anybody hear me?
Well, let's see if they can hear you now. Seeker silence. Okay, so Seeker still silence. I see. Nope, not a word. No, come on, guys. You should be able to hear her now. Well, let's give it a second, because obviously there's a bit of a delay until the stream actually gets to the audience, but they should be able to hear you. I don't know why we start early and test these things, Seeker, because it seems that when we go live... Yay, she's live. Yeah, you live. Yay. Well, now
I will say now.
Now I'm just gonna now. Sika, and your opening was like the best one I've ever heard. I've never heard a better opening.
Absolute gold. Absolute gold.
I mean, it was absolute. I mean, that just by itself made the show.
Oh well, guess no one's ever gonna hear it.
Yeah,
lost to the sands of time.
It's okay. I heard it. It was good. It was really good. All right.
Like if a tree falls in the woods, does anyone hear it scream?
Well, I don't
know.
Heard
that one before?
Yeah, I always thought, does it hear it fall? But I mean, if the tree falls really hard, I reckon you can probably hear it scream. I don't know. All right, so listen, before we get onto it, I was about to go into it, and then I remembered that last week you also stopped me because I forgot to say who's on the stream. So I'm going to let you do that right now. And who's joining us on the stream?
Well, now I can do it because they can actually hear me say it. But tonight we have Gummy Bear, who joined us very, very early. So well done on that, Gummy. We've got Lisa, Little Green Monster. We've got Luke, or Mr. White. We've got Sea Queen, Charlene. Who else do we have here? Black Seder Ranger is here. We've got Villican ZA. We have, who else? Deer Vault, who says we can. I'm assuming that's because you asked if you could hear me. We have Lloyd here as well. Deadshot Rosin. Who else is here? Peace Destroyer 5 is here from Wachse. We've got Noodleman ZA, Ranger's wife Letitia, who's always here to support us. We've got Sean O'Clain, Desire, and Mayhem and Destruction Mad is in the house.
And I'm gonna go with, I think that's Nico.
Probably.
Yeah, maybe he can let us know. Swanee. Yeah, there we go. All right. So as I was saying, we've had a very, very interesting week 1, and that's probably due to a little bit of a rule that caught some clans offside, Seeker. So what happened there? I mean, what caused us our interesting week?
Right. So The rule that basically has tripped a few teams up this week is the fact that if a player is not registered to your roster, or if their name changes during the season, each map that they play is a forfeit for that map, meaning that the team gets 0 points on that map, and the full points go to the other team.
Yo. And it was a harsh rule, right? But there's a reason. There's a reason why we made that rule so harsh, right? And that was because of the issues that we faced in Season 3. With the amount of changes that still went on into week 2 or 3 of the competition. So we decided for Season 4, we're going to make the rule a little bit harsh. And it was harsh. It was.
And, we would be lying if we said we didn't feel terrible about it. But
yes.
We spent 3 weeks going through the rosters with teams, setting everything up, checking with teams, making sure that everything was correct, making sure that everything was spelt correctly. Unfortunately, there were players who obviously didn't understand the rule correctly, and just after their registration and everything was set up and everything was ready to go, they changed their name before their first match. So it was
unlucky.
It's gutting for teams, I think is the proper way to say it.
Yeah. But listen, here's the upside though, right? Is that I think that the teams that were influenced by the rules, I didn't get any sort of impression that they were influenced by this in any sort of malicious way. I think in most of these circumstances, it was either maybe missing a little bit of concentration, maybe when doing it, or it was an admin fault or a clerical error or whatever you want to call it. I really didn't get the impression from teams that it was done in any sort of malicious way. So, kudos to them for that at least. I think for us, we always worry about two things, right? One, whether the team is going to follow the rules, and two, whether they are going to look for loopholes, right? And if you find that there was a transgression on a rule and the team has to take the knock for it, if you find out or if you think that it wasn't done maliciously, it sort of makes it better, right? It's still a rule that got broken. It's still points that gets deducted. You still get penalized. But of course, you sort of feel better about it because it wasn't intended maliciously, I would say, right?
To be honest, I actually feel worse about it.
Yes, because if it's intended maliciously, you go, here's the whip, take the whip. If it wasn't intentional, then you go, I'm sorry, here's the little whip. It was as probably as just about as hard for us to actually have to invoke those rules. Absolutely.
Than it was for teams to actually have those rules invoked against them.
Absolutely.
And especially seeing the teams that were affected, how hard they played those matches.
Yes.
To then be said, well, actually, you didn't do it. It meant nothing to your team.
And the reality is that some of these teams that were affected, they've come with us for a long way, right? So it wasn't like I was, jumping up and down, going, "Yay!" We've got to enforce this rule. It was more like, "Oh man, now I've got to enforce this damn rule." Right? But at the end of the day, it is a league. And rules are rules. And of course, we stick to them, right?
Yeah, I think at the end of the week we learned something from it. We also learned that we can't paint people with the same brush. So the rule was in place, of course, for teams with malicious intent. So it was really about people playing players that weren't on their roster and they had just brought in to try and beat some of the stronger teams, guys that actually weren't part of their clan, but they had just recruited them for the match or whatever. And we ended up with that rule being actually used against teams who it was really an error. So, like I said, we have learned from that. And as a community league, we've spoken to a lot of people, and we're looking forward to the next season. There will be a sort of how do you put it, a qualifier on the rule itself. So you won't be punished as harshly if it is a mistake, and if you can prove that it is your player that made an error, yes, he still won't be allowed to play, but at least it won't be a map forfeit. It will only be a yellow card per map. So it still hurts, but it doesn't hurt as much as losing all the points you worked so hard for.
And for season 4, I mean, as I said, I mean, the rule is pretty harsh. It was put in place specifically for that reason. And unfortunately, yes, it does paint people with the same sort of brush, whether you do it by mistake or whether you do it maliciously. And I think the changes that we will make to that will definitely alleviate it for those clans that actually end up doing it in error, right? I mean, we don't necessarily want to, take out the stick for a clan who actually does make a mistake. I mean, everybody makes mistake. Even we make mistakes sometimes. So we don't necessarily want to hit them with the same stick. So I definitely think that change in rules for season 5, will be welcomed by the teams as well. But unfortunately, like I said, in season 4, that was a rule. It was set out well beforehand. All the teams were aware of it. They did get hit by it. I don't feel great about it, but it is what it is, unfortunately, and we move on, right? I mean, we have the entire season to play, and there are many teams involved, and the guys are psyched. And especially from the conversation today in the captain's chat, it seems that everybody's on board with, listen, let's just keep to everybody trying to engage and follow the rules and that sort of thing. I mean, as everybody knows, that's part of the fun of Clan Wars, is the fact that we don't do it like everybody else, and that there's always that little bit of extra, to do within the league. So let's keep that enjoyable as well, right?
Yeah, and I mean, there is a very simple solution to it, so that it doesn't happen again. Just pay attention when you actually are registering your team, and when Seeker sends you a roster to check, please check it.
Yes. Yes. Yes, that is the simple solution. I agree. Yeah. All right.
Look, I mean, you do get the odd, the odd teammate who might be new in your clan or might just not be thinking when they change their name. But as a captain, you kind of have to step back and go, well, I have told you the rules. You have seen the rules. You need to now take the consequences of those rules, and you can't play.
Yeah. All right. So I think we've talked enough about that. I think whoever was still unsure of what we were referring to earlier when we said we had a very interesting kickoff to week 1, there might have been some people that were wondering about what that was. So there we go. That is exactly what it was. But of course, tonight we are here for the recap show, and we're here to recap week 1. Now we were supposed to do this last night, but rain and thunderstorms and lightning, and it sounds like a song. Isn't there a song like that? Thunderstorms and lightning, that one. I'm not going to sing it because I can't sing, right? But I'm sure it's a Queen song. And
thunderbolts and lightning.
There we
very,
go.
very frightening.
Yeah, there we go. It's a Queen song, right? Again, I'm not going to sing it because I like people actually viewing the stream, and that will have the opposite effect, I'm 100% sure. But of course, because of the weather conditions, yesterday we had some issues with internet connections and things, which is why we are coming to you guys tonight. So again, if you have joined us for the show tonight, thank you very much for joining. If you're not subscribed, please hit that subscribe button, the bell, to get your notifications, and of course give us a like on this video if you like what we are doing. But we are here to recap for you what happened in week 1, and we are going to do it in a bit of a different order tonight. We will start with the results of the games from last week. We will then look at the league tables and the standings as they are at the moment, and then Seeker will run us through the top players of the week. And of course, the top players for this season looks really, really good. So thank you very much to Gerard, Black State Ranger, who spent a huge amount of time on these stats. It's a lot of work. It's across 3 game modes, so it's a lot of effort getting these stats in, and it's looking really, really awesome that we can actually do that on each and every individual game mode. So, Seeker, before I move on to the results of the week, what's happening in the chat? What's been said? What has been missed? Is there anything that I need to call out?
So Nico did identify himself for Mayhem and Destruction. He put
I knew it was him.
His hashtag and number behind it just to make sure.
Yeah. Also searching for those invites.
He is the registered player.
Nice.
And then of course we have Peace Destroyer saying yes, he had to check his roster quite a few times, which he did a few times, and made changes a few times. Hi, Tris. And Lloyd asked me what's in that drink. I Let's say there's not much, but you can see my skull.
What's in the sippy cup?
Yeah, it's my skull sippy cup. Yes.
Oh,
I drink from the skulls of my fallen enemies. Yes.
Oh, okay. So it's blood in the cup, right?
Of course. Nothing else.
Yes, the blood of the fallen.
And then, of course, we've got a few people singing along to Bohemian Rhapsody here as well. And so we've also got Bounty Hunters in the house. Puff X Virtuous has joined. And, of course, more singing along to Bohemian Rhapsody. Yes, it's 2:00 in the morning. I was still checking rosters with them.
They can sing. Like I said, I'm probably not the best candidate, right? I've got more of a talking voice, I feel. Yeah, the singing voice not so much.
Your Afrikaans commentator voice, so that they understand what we mean.
Don't do that, right? Because every time you do that, I'm very tempted to just switch over to a bit of Afrikaans, right? And just like...
Oh, wait. So here's something you can do in Afrikaans.
Yes.
You can give a shout out to Kalevra from Onub on his 30th birthday today.
Is it Kalevra?
I have no idea how to pronounce that correctly, to be honest with you.
Nou ja, goeienaand kykers en welkom by Klein Oorlog. En dit is seisoen 4 natuurlik en ons wil graag vanaand vir Kalevra van Onub, en ek weet, I can't translate that, One Night in Brackenfell, een nag in Brackenfell, wil ons graag happy birthday shout out. What is that? 'n Veels geluk liewe maatjie. 'n Veels geluk liewe maatjie gee, en ons hoop jy het 'n baie heerlike dag en luister nou verder na jou streeler speler. So there we go. Wow. Was that a good enough Afrikaans shout out?
I understood about half of it.
You know what I caught myself doing though? I caught myself still thinking about it in English and then wanting to translate it in Afrikaans before I say it, which is very weird, Rod.
That is very bad. As an Afrikaans teacher, I know that is what the first thing that you have to stop people from doing is thinking in English and then translating it and speaking Afrikaans, because it does not translate.
Yes, I can vouch for that right now.
But yes, everybody on the chat, please send a happy birthday message to our very special friend from Brackenfell.
There we go. Een nag in Brackenfell. Baie mooi, baie mooi.
Bounty Hunters sê, Jaco, jy klink soos 'n RSG uitsaaier.
Oh, RSG, Radio Sonder Grense of Radio Sonder Mense, afhangende van hoe jy dit sien.
It depends. Okay. If you're from the Vaal, then it's Radio Sonder Grense. If you're from anywhere else, it's Radio Sonder Mense. Nobody else listens to it.
Well, actually, I don't know how true that is. I think they've actually got a good fan base. They
what
also
in
have,
the Free State?
No, they've got a good fan base. They've got some good talk shows and some nice talky stuff. Sometimes I get to catch them sometimes in the morning when they have a little bit of a talk about something specific. So then I'll listen to them. So not too bad.
Wow.
Not too bad.
No.
There we go. What? Don't judge.
Oh.
Just don't judge. People like different things, right?
You do listen to it on your way to Woolworths in the mornings.
Women. Anyway. Right. But people have come here tonight for the results, and that is what we are going to bring to them. So, Sika, we're going to get started. There's nothing else that I need to call out.
Letitia says jy klink soos Rian Kruiwagen.
Jo, Letitia.
Jo.
Ek weet nie of daai 'n kompliment is nie, hoor. Maar ek gaan dit vat as een.
Oh, please just say komplimente van Absa Bank.
Yeah, like what's his name?
50 randjies vir jou.
You see, you did it. I don't have to do it. All right. So happy birthdays to everyone. We've done our RSG shout out, and we're very happy that everybody could join us. It's a good fun Monday evening. I must tell you though that just before we get into the results, as a bit of a last thing, I feel that I have more energy for these shows on a Monday than on a Sunday. Because a Sunday to me still feels like the end of the week. I know you established last week that actually a Sunday is the beginning of the week. But can I tell you that mentally it's not that for me. On a Monday I feel a lot more energized. So I'm wondering, I'll run an idea past you later, but I feel very energetic tonight.
No.
I'm just saying.
No.
Okay. All right. Okay.
No, I think Monday's a day when a lot of teams do scrims, and
Yes, that's true. That's true.
Sunday
That's
night's more relaxed. People can have the time to actually go through everything. I think
Yeah, okay,
Sunday
you
night's definitely
convinced me.
there.
Yeah, it's fine. All right, let's move on to the results then. So I'm going to start at let's start at Division 1, right? There we go, guys, and on your screen right now you will see the results of the games for Division 1, and there were 3 games played in Division 1, and the first one up there was of course the game between Dark Divine Gaming versus Evil Maniacs, and Dark Divine took that game 700 over the 590 of Evil Maniacs. What?
Sure, it was tough.
Oh, okay. Fair enough, it was tough. And then there were 2 games that will look very strange to everyone. And if you missed the first part of the stream, please go back and listen that part of the stream actually. And that was about that rule that caught teams off guard. And this was the game between GSE and Vendetta Gaming, as well as the game between Untamed Beasts and TNT Osiris. So in both those cases, the wins were taken by GSE with 750 as well as Untamed Beast with 750, and unfortunately Vendetta Gaming as well as TNT Osiris got hit by that rule, and hence the scoring over there. Now, in saying that, both these teams are incredibly strong teams and they are incredibly good teams, and I have absolutely no doubt that they will come back from this little challenge that they had in week 1. And I'm actually very much looking forward to see exactly how strong they come back, right?
Yeah, of course, Vendetta Gaming is a past champion
Exactly.
of season 3, so they definitely
No. Season 2.
Season 2, sorry, yes. Season 2. Season 3, they were the runner-up.
Correct.
But and then TNT Osiris, of course, they also beat out the competition to claim a spot in Division 1. They actually came from Division 6 or something.
Yes, and they of course won the invitational, right? To secure their spot in Division 1. That's why I'm saying both these teams exceptionally strong, and I can't actually wait to see how they bounce back from this.
Yeah.
There we go. Moving on then to Division 2. In Division 2 we had those 3 games over there. First one up being Brotherhood of Beasts, and they faced off against the Gunslinger Girls. And of course, GSG took the win there with 750 points. Well done. And that was over the 501 from Brotherhood of Beasts. The second game there was of course Project Alpha, and that is the Dragonborns team. They faced off against the team of Lifeline Gaming, and that is the Death Dealers team. And the Death Dealers, they're taking the win 750 over the 445 of Project Alpha Dragonborns. The last game...
I believe that LLG team is incredibly strong this season. So I can't wait to face them.
Well, I mean, the best people to ask would be Project Alpha Dragonborns, right? They would be able to tell you exactly how strong the Death Dealers are. And then, of course, the third game there, which I believe was an incredibly close game, was the game between Divine Gaming and OGC Royals. And the Royals taking the win there with 712 points versus the 463 from Divine Gaming. And besides the fact that it was a close game, from what I understood, it was also extremely sweaty. So, I actually, to be honest, I don't want to say I understood, because I went back to watch it and it was a hectic game. But very nice to watch. Moving off Division 2 then and on to Division 3. Oops, I skipped 3. There we go. On to Division 3. The 3 games played there this week was the first one there was between the Monkeys, Monkey See, Monkey Kill, and they faced off against PDT, the Predators, and that's of course the Aliens team. The Monkeys taking the win there with 750 points over the 484 of the Predators. The second game there, Rex Death Kings facing off against Zold, and Zold taking the win 750 points versus the 470 points from Death Kings. Now, of course, I streamed that game, and what an incredibly entertaining game it was. Not because I streamed it, obviously, because the players played really well. And it was a very, very, very nice game to watch, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. Both teams came out really hard, and sort of fought tooth and nail for it, but at the end, the night belonging to Zold, right? The third game there was between CTK Kakmark, and they of course faced off against Falcon Gaming, with Falcon taking the win there of 750 points over the 298 from CTK. Moving off Division 3 and onto Division 4. In Division 4, the 3 games there for this week. The first one there, TLL Whiskey. That's, of course, the Lords of Latency. And they faced off against the team of Fear Infinite. And unfortunately, again, this is in Division 4. There was one game that was influenced by that earlier discussed rule, with the Lords of Latency taking the win there with 750 points. The second game there was TNT Regicide, and they faced off against Digital Devils Gaming, and Regicide taking the win 750 points over the 414 of Digital Devils. The last game there in Division 4 was Nexus Origins, and they faced off against OGC Obsidian. And again, I
believe this one was really, really tough.
And I mean, even from the score, right, you can see this is an exceptionally close game. I mean, 642 to Nexus, who took the win there against OGC Obsidian with 586. So a very, very, very close match. I unfortunately didn't get to see this one, but if there is a stream link available, I'll probably still go and watch it one of the nights during this week, right? Moving off Division 4 then and onto Division 5. In Division 5, the 3 games there. The first one, TLL, that's the Lords of Latency, and that's of course the Tango team. And they faced off against the Serial Killers, the Pop Boys. And Serial Killers taking the win there with 750 points over the 366 of the Lords of Latency. Then we had the game between Puff X, and we were told that we are allowed to just call them Puff X, so there we go. That was the game between Puff X and GSE, and this is of course the Carnage team, with Puff X taking the win 750 over the 407 of Carnage. And the last game there in Division 5 was the game between Beastly Renegades and IR Salty, which is of course also known as just Salty. And Salty taking the win there, 700 points over the 455 of Beastly Renegades. But from what I understand, in this particular game, the score also doesn't really reflect how close the game was. I heard afterwards that it was considered quite a hectic game between these two teams as well. There we go. Moving off Division 5 and onto Division 6, and there's a lot of divisions this season. Sure. Right, Division 6 then, and the first game there was between Rex, and that's of course the Ghost Kings team, and they faced off against Nexus Phoenix, and the Ghosts there. I hope they don't mind if I call them the Ghosts. It's quite a cool name. And the Ghosts there taking the win with 721 points versus the 512 from the Nexus Phoenix team. Then, of course, we had the game that I believe from most people that watched it, that was the game of the week, if I can call it that. So I'm very happy that Nico is online tonight. He can confirm for us whether or not it's true. But Mad Gaming played the Dons, and exceptional game to watch. I watched this one as well. At the end there, the Dons coming out on top for the night, and they took the win with 695 points versus the 660 points from the Mad team. But this was very close, and it was a very, very hard game as well.
Don 5 just managing to pull it back there, I think.
Yes.
35 points is not a lot of points.
No, it's not. I mean, especially in a comp like this, where you play several weeks and every week get points, it's not really a big difference in one game. But nonetheless, they managed to come out on top of the night, right? And then, of course, the third game there, a bit of an interclan. And that was between the teams of OGC Gold and OGC Candy. And it was interesting that these two teams faced up against each other. Nonetheless, on the night, OGC Gold taking the win there with 650 points versus the 545 from OGC Candy. And I'm sure the next day their chat was absolutely on fire.
I think leading up to that game, the chat must have been pretty exciting.
Yes. I think there had to be some control control issues handled in that chat there. There we go. Right, moving off Division 6 and on to Division 7 then. And in Division 7, the first game there was the game between Rage Quit Gaming, and they, of course, played against We Are Gunslingers Elite. Did I say that correctly? Wachse. Ne?
We Are Gunslingers Eternal.
Eternal. I keep saying Elite. We Are Gunslingers Eternal. Wachse. Right. And actually, Wachse won the game there quite convincingly with 750 points over the 257 from Rage Quit Gaming. The next game there, interesting logo again. Like I said, I love that logo. Dofkop Gaming. And they faced off against the boys of Untamed Blood Beasts. And this was also a very close game. Very hard, very sweaty. At the end, though, Dofkop taking the game. 700 points over the 667 from Untamed Blood Beasts. And that's, of course, UBB for short, right? And then I noticed that I did change the logo earlier this week, and I'm quite happy to see that you also included it on the stats here, Sika. Nice, well done. And that's, of course, the team of Nexus Typhon. And if you guys remember their old logo, it looked like a metal CD cover.
It was metal cover. It was totally metal cover.
It was, right? And
it was definitely.
They managed to give us their real one, which was in design, while we were setting up the teams, and it actually looks very, very nice. So next Typhon there, and they, of course, played Een Aand in Brackenfell. One night in Onip. They played Onip. So happy birthday then again, because for your birthday, you got to win. Onip took the win there, 750 points over the 204 from Nexus Typhon. So Division 7 also doing very, very well. Moving off 7 then and moving on to Division 8. And here we have We Are Gunslinging Reapers. That I got right. I know it.
Here we go.
We Are Gunslinging Reapers. There we go. And they, of course, played the Evil Gunslingers. So it was gunslinging all around that night. But on the night, the Evil Gunslingers coming out on top with 750 points versus the 572 points from the We Are Gunslinging Reapers. There we go. I'm going to get these two Wachse teams and Wachser teams right before the end of the season. Your second game there was between Vulture Gaming, and they faced off against another LLG team, and that was the team of LLG Flatliners, with Vulture Gaming taking the win, 750 points over the 313 of the Flatliners. And the last game there in Division 8 for the week was the game between Revo ZA, and they faced off against the Bounty Hunters, with Revo taking the win, 750 points over the 260 of the Bounty Hunters. Moving on then to the last division for tonight, and your 3-game lineup there. Division 9, the first game, CTK Kakpraat, and they played off against Nexus Imperium. And CTK taking the win there with 652 points versus the 250 from Nexus Imperium. The second game is Project Alpha Assassin, and they faced off against PDT Xenomorphs. See, I even got that right. I rehearsed that actually. But Project Alpha on the night taking the win there with 696 points versus the 550 from the Xenomorphs. And the last game there played in Division 9, again a bit of an interclan there, and that was between the teams of TNT Titans and of course TNT Athena, with the Titans taking the win there, 750 points over the 627 from Athena. Sure, 9 divisions. What a mouthful. So Sika, what did I miss in the chat while I was concentrating on the team results?
Not much really. Rocket Links over here saying the Death Dealers team from LLG is a bit stronger this season, and of course Peace Destroyer from Vaxe saying he's very happy with his team getting full points, and they are Eternals. So we are Gunslinger Eternals.
Yeah, I'll get that. I'll get that.
And then of course
you could be elite.
also
You could be elite Eternals, by the way. I could just work that in there. Yeah, gunslinger. we are gunslinging elite Eternals.
Sure.
We're eternally elite.
That's no. That's a bit much.
Vaxe actually just rolls off the tongue nicely.
It does, right?
Don't you think? I think so.
It's perfect. And saying that the evil gunslingers also taught the Reapers quite a bit there.
Nice.
That would be Vaxer.
We are gunslinging Reapers. You see, I don't have a problem with that one because it doesn't roll as off the tongue as Vaxe does. Nice. Right, so Sika, tonight what we are going to do is we are actually going to take a look at how those results influence the tables before we get on to the top players of the week, right?
Yeah.
Right, so I think this one we're going to do the other way around, and we're going to start at Division 9, looking at their tables. So guys, the tables are a little bit smaller because I wanted to arrange it slightly different than what we had before. So please let me know in the chat as well if that is too small for you to see on your screen. Then I will definitely just enlarge them for you next time around, but those tables might be a little bit small. So what you are looking at the moment is of course the table for Division 9, and at the top at the moment we have the team of that is TNTT, so that's the Titans, and they are ruling the roost at the moment with 750 points in first position, followed closely by Project Alpha, and that is the Assassins team with 696. It's even small for me and I don't have my glasses. Then we have the team of CTK Kakprat, and they are on 652 points. And in fourth position there, the team of TNTA, and that's of course the Athena team with 627. Followed by PDT, and that is the Xenomorphs, 550. And of course Nexum, and they are on 250 at the moment. Right at the bottom there, we have the team of LLG, which is actually on their bye week in week 1. So of course they will not have a score at the moment. Moving
in case you're wondering, that is the Full Metal Jacket team.
Yes, I knew that. But we'll let them play their first game before calling it out. Well done, I actually didn't know that. All right, moving off your Division 9 table and on to Division 8. So at the moment, it is the Evil Gunslingers leading there. Well, actually, right now, they're not really leading. They are sharing the top position, right?
They just happen to have the right name for the top of the scoreboard.
so Evil
Alphabetically.
Correct. So it's Evil Gunslingers, Revo, as well as the team of Vulture Gaming, right? Those three teams are all on 750 points after week 1, with We Are Gunslinging Reapers, there we go, at 572 points. LLG, and that's the Flatliners team, at 313, and then of course the team of the Bounty Hunters on 260. Moving off your Division 8 table onto Division 7. At the top there, also sharing a position with Vaxe. See how I'm going to do that now. The one I'm going to read out, the other one I'm going to give an abbreviation. So Onip and Vaxe, both at the top there with 750 points. And then, of course, in third position there at the moment, effectively second position, is the team of Dofkop with 700 points. UBB on 667. Then we have the team of Rage Squid Gaming on 257. And, of course, the Nexus Typhon team on 204. And I got the names right for week 1.
Yes, well done.
I'm actually pretty impressed, even with myself. Right, moving to your Division 6 tables. At the top there at the moment, we have the team of Rex, and that's of course the Ghost Kings team, and they are on 721 points. They are followed very closely by Dons on 695, and Mad in third position there with 660 points. In fourth, we have the team of OGC, and that's the Gold team on 660, and then of course the Candy team on 545. And then in the sixth position there, that's Nexus the Phoenix team, and they are on 512 points. off Division 6 and onto Division 5. In your Division 5
It's
table...
the first time I actually noticed on Division 6 that MAD and OGC Gold have the same points.
Oh, really? Yeah, it's going to be a competition there. I can see Division 6 is going to be rough. Right, Division 5 then. And at the top there we have the serial killers, and they are sharing the position with PXV, and they are both on 750 points. In third position there we have the team of Salty on 700, BR on 455. They are followed then by the second team of GSE, who is the... Help me out, Seeker. Carnage team, there we go. And then, of course, the team, that is the Tango team of the Lords of Latency on 366. Of course, Carnage sitting there on 407, just above the team of the Lords of Latency Tango. Moving off Division 5 tables then and onto Division 4. In Division 4, we have the team of the Lords of Latency, and this is the Whiskey team, and they are also sharing a position with TNTR, which is the Regicide team, on 750 points. We then have the team of Nexus, very cool little dude, and if you give me a second I'm going to remember.
Origins.
There we go. The team of Nexus Origins, the very cool Viking dude, on 650 points. And they are followed very closely there by OGC, and who is on 578 points. Digital Devils Gaming then comes in there on 414 points. And again, unfortunately, because of that rule that the team was affected by fear there in the 6th position. Taking off Division 4 and moving on to Division 3. In Division 3 at the top, it is a 3-share position at this point between Falcon Gaming, the Monkeys, and the team of Zold, all sitting on 750 points. They are followed there by PDT Aliens, that's the Aliens team, with 484 points. And of course then we have Rex, the Death Knights, on 470. Then there in 6th position, you have
Death Kings.
Death Kings. Did I say Death Knights? Did I downgrade them? Death Kings. There we go. Death Kings, 470 points, sorry. And CTK Cuckmark sitting there on 298 points.
Yeah. This is going to be a tough division. I think those first 3 teams are going to... Absolutely. Yeah. They're going to fight hard.
Well, look, even the Predators, right? I mean, I saw the game the Predators played, and it was a hard game. It was a hard game. And, I mean, even Rex against Zold, right? That wasn't it wasn't like, Rex was just standing there, right? I mean, they gave Zold a run for their money. So I think in general, this is going to be a very hard one, right? Moving off Division 3 then and onto Division 2, the second last division. And here at the top we have the team of the goals, GSG, and they are sharing with LLG, right? GSG and LLG, there we go. And they are both on 750 points with OGCR, I think that's the Royals team, coming in there at 712 points, with Bob on 501 points. Then we have the team of Divine Gaming with 463, and then of course Project Alpha, and that is the Dragon team. Am I pronouncing that correctly?
Dragonborn
team. The Project Alpha Dragonborn team on 445 points. Moving on then to the last division, and this is Division 1. And as I said, there's 2 teams in here that I can't wait to see how they claw back in the rest of Season 1. But at the top at the moment, we have the team of GSE, and they are sharing with Untamed Beasts, the team of UB, both on 750 points. We then have the team of Dark Divine Gaming, and they are on 700 points, and just below them, your team, the team of Evil, on 590. Then, of course, the 2 teams there at the bottom that I was talking about, TNT, that's the Osiris team, and of course the team of VDT, and I will definitely be looking out at the depth of this team and how they claw back after week 1, right? Yo. That is a lot to remember. So, guys, if I did get your,
Nice.
if I did have to think about your name tonight, it is only week 1. I promise I will get that right, and we will make sure that soon enough, by week 2, we will know each and every one of you. There we go.
Well,
So,
we'll see. We'll see. Sometimes in like week 13 of the last season, we were still like,
it's that team, right?
yeah. Like I know the name, like I know the sort of like short code, but yeah, the name eludes me.
Nice. So, Sika, that was the results of the past week, and of course, how those results have influenced the table standings. But now we get to the players, right? The individuals for the week that have made a fuss. And I'm going to put them up for you like you want them. Where would you like to start?
Division 1.
All right. So, Division 1 is up on the screen for you.
Right. So if you have a look at the screen, it is a little bit different to the way we did it last season. So last season you had the top 3 in score and in KD, but this season, since we have 3 different game modes, we have the top in each category. So in domination, we have top score for Division 1 is Giuliano from VDT with 12,575 points. And top KD for domination is also Giuliano from VDT with 3.13, which is incredible KD to get in domination.
Absolutely.
And in the hardpoint section this week in Division 1, we've got top scorer SX Desire from TNT Osiris with 6,390 points, and top KD again going to Giuliano from VDT with 1.78. Search and Destroy, we've got top scorer Asus from Evil woo! with 1,875 points, and the top KD going to Surge from TNT Osiris with 4.67.
Excellent. And these are all very good scores, right?
Yeah.
Now, something that I have to point out here with Division 1 player-specific stats is that, of course, you guys can see that even though the team as a whole got influenced by that particular rule, of course, it doesn't influence the player-specific stats, right? So the player-specific stats still get taken into account as per normal, and Giuliano here being a killer of note in 2 of the game modes, right?
Yeah, and of course, those player stats also still add up towards their actual stats for the season. So we won't take that away from the players. Unfortunately, the team still has to claw their way back for those points in the tables. But yeah, so at least for the end of the season, these guys will still get their points added towards the sort of best players for the individual rewards.
Absolutely. Right, so putting Division 2 on the screen for you.
Right, so domination this week for Division 2's top scorer was Scope Hunter from Brotherhood of Beasts with 8,075 points, and your top KD belonged to Flak from LLG Death Dealers. I think I got that right.
Yes, you are.
With a 2 KD, 2 on the dot. Hard point this week went to top scorer went to Zenith from GSG with 8,890 points. Of course, Z was the Damascus player of season 3. So hoping to get that again there, Z.
That makes sense. The top score there.
Yeah. Then top KD for hardpoint was Flak from LLG Death Dealers with 4.40. Then in the search and destroy section. It's big. For hardpoint, that is a big KD.
That is crazy.
So search and destroy section for Division 2, Flak from LLG Death Dealers again there with 1,275 points, and your top KD belonged to Valken 773 from GSG with 4.50.
Nice.
Well done, Val.
Good KD there from Val. But I do feel like we have to call out Flak here. I mean, you know. Two top KDs on 2 game modes, and then a higher score on a 3rd game mode. So, pretty well played, right? Definitely
very well played.
Definitely watch out. Right, Division 3 is on for you.
All right, Division 3 domination. We've got top scorer there and a name we've seen so many times in season 3.
Ach nee.
Synoptics
Ach
from
nee.
MSMK.
Synoptics, bro. Give someone else a chance.
And his score on domination, they 8,600 points. The top KD for domination went to JF van Wyk, 69 from MSMK with 4.25. So very, very good KD there for domination. Your hardpoint top scorer, Synoptics from MSMK with 7,900 points. Your top KD going to Copper XD from Zold with 3.33.
Nice.
In Search and Destroy, you have Ghost from Zold with a top score there with 1,450 points. And top KD is Copper XD from Zold again with 4.50.
So you know what? I actually like Synoptics a lot, right? He's a good guy, but you know, he pretty much won everything in his division at the end of last season, right? For the awards. And I feel like I have to give him stick and, you know, say that clearly Psyoptics is not a search and destroy player. But well done to all the guys there.
Watch next week. Now he's going to prove you wrong.
Yeah,
he's
it's
going
a
to come with
challenge.
your top score, top KD
no,
for
it's a challenge. Let's see. Right,
like,
Division 4 is on for you.
All right, so Division 4 domination, we have top scorer Black Ice from Digital Devils Gaming Allegiance with 7,875 points, and top KD Sir Rainbow from Fear Infinite with 2.14. In hardpoint section, we've got Boss Boy with top score from TNT Regicide with 9,540, and also taking top KD with 2.13. So very, very good round there for Boss Boy on that hardpoint section. And in Search and Destroy, top score, we have Sickness from Lords of Latency Whiskey with 1,600 points. And top KD went to Koi Batman RSA from TNT Regicide with 9.
What? A 9 KD.
I must prepare you, though. That is not the highest KD we have this week.
No. Surely 9 is like the highest. Really?
Yep.
Higher than 9? Yo, these guys.
There's higher than 9.
Okay, let me... Jaco frantically making notes on the side. Who not to play in pubs.
Well, definitely not in Search and Destroy. Let's put it that way.
Absolutely not. Right. Moving on. Your Division 5 is on for you.
All right. Division 5. We've got Domination, top score, Horse with a Hat, which I would really, really like somebody to tell me the story of this name. Because it seems like it'll be a really, really good story.
Yeah. There's definitely a story behind that. I mean, Horse with a Hat doesn't just come out of nowhere, right?
It's not just one of those random name generators. This has got to have a story behind it.
Absolutely.
But Horse with a Hat there from PXV with 11,125 points, and the top KD for domination there, Tickle Pickle 218 from PXV with 2.94.
That's a lekker name. I like that.
The hardpoint section, we've got Eclipse PXV from PXV with 7,010 points, and Yummy Zeus 53 from PXV with 2.80. In Search and Destroy, we have Shadow Express from Beastly Renegades with 1,375 points, and the top KD there, Horse with a Hat from PXV with 3.33.
Very nice. Very, very nice. Okay, moving off Division 5 and onto Division 6 for you.
Right, Division 6 domination top score comes from Toxic Explicit from OGC Gold with 9,150 points. And your top KD is Popcorn Player from OGC Gold with 2.64. Hardpoint top score belongs to Incog's Joker from Don 5 with 10,380 points. And the top KD is T-Dog Omega X from OGC Gold with 3.50. Nice. Search and Destroy, we have top score from Biscuit Band from Don 5 with 1,750 points, and the top KD belonging to Carnivore from OGC Candy with 3.00.
There we go. But of course, I mean, again, Division 6 at the moment is quite tough. The teams are playing very, very close games. So I didn't expect to see, extraordinary high KDs here. But I mean, 3.5 and 3 still very high, right? Considering the types of games that went down in this division.
Yeah, for a hard point, I mean, even for a domination to be a
Yeah.
2.64, that's still pretty damn good.
Yeah, agreed. Division 7 is up for you.
Right, Division 7 domination. We've got Villican ZA taking top score from UBB or Untamed Blood Beast with 10,025 points. Our top KD there belongs to Modest Monk from Vaxe with 3.06. Hardpoint top score belongs to Centik from Dofkop Gaming with a score of 5,990 points. And top KD, they're also going to Modest Monk from Vaxe with 3.08. So very consistent sort of KD there from Modest Monk. Search and Destroy, though. Top score going to Modest Monk from Vaxe with 1,850. But look at that KD. Jaspar 12 from Onub with an insane 10 KD.
You know what? That works with the name, right? Because like one day when he's old and has a kitty and he's walking his grandchildren, if it is, I think this is a he, right? He can go, that one night in Brackenfell, I got a 10 KD.
Oh, super impressive.
Right? 10 KD. That is extraordinary, to be honest.
And the grandkids are gonna be like, yeah, whatever.
I mean that is.
But now you have the actual stats to prove it. Now you can actually show this to your grandkids one day.
Absolutely. Very, very, very well done there to Jazzbot 12 from ONIP. Your Division 8 stats are on.
Right, Division 8 for domination. Top score belongs to Holle Gesig from Evil Gunslingers with 11,600 points. Top KD goes to Little Green Monster from Evil Gunslingers with 3.78. Well done, Lisa.
Nice.
Of course, hardpoint top score goes to Holle Gesig from Evil Gunslingers with 10,045 points. And your top KD goes to DJ Droppies from Vulture Gaming with 3.13.
Also a cool name, DJ Droppies. Like it. Nice.
Yeah. And then, of course, Search and Destroy, top score goes to Holle Gesig from... I won't tell you what I call him in English.
What do you call him in English?
No, I don't think it's appropriate for the stream.
Oh. Well, you can just say Holle Gesig.
Direct English translation from that.
Whole face.
Something like that. Holle Gesig from Evil Gunslingers with 1,250 points. And the top KG belongs to DJ Droppies from Vulture Gaming with 4.50.
Nice, very good KD as well. But listen, Holle Gesig here, I mean, doing really well, right? He's doing really well, right? I mean, he's coming on to, week 1, good start, and possibly we can see. We should put him and the Monkey Boy in the same division at some point. See how that works out. Right.
Monkey Boy.
Moving off, Psyoptics, of course, is what I mean.
Yes.
Moving off and giving you Division 9.
Right. I unfortunately am having an issue with my PC right now, so give me a second.
Would you like me to continue?
No, I should be able to open it now.
Okay.
I just decided it was just not going to respond there for a second.
I'll sing Bohemian Rhapsody so long. No?
Yeah.
This is where people on the stream go, so you can open it quickly.
Alright, so it is not cooperating with me. Wait. Nope, you're going to have to carry on with it.
No problem. So for domination, you have, like I say, please bear with me, right? You have Reaper from TNT Regicide with 7,650 points. And then, of course, top KD there for domination belongs to Brucky. And he's also from also from TNT with 1.90. The hard points
I can carry on now if you want me to.
Oh, there we go. You can carry on with hard point. Actually, I want you to carry on.
I've already told rocks that
No,
I
no,
will not be
no, no.
pronouncing.
Carry
their top
on
scorer.
because I am not reading that name.
So your hardpoint top score belongs to Beta from PDT Xenomorphs with a
Is
score
he
of
is he a
8,085.
master at doing that?
I don't know. You will have to ask him personally. But that is his name from now on. It's Beta.
Right.
I think his old, if you remember his Thought. He used to be Thought from PDT.
Oh, got it.
Thought Patrol, I think, or something around
Yes,
those lines. But now
There
he's
we
changed
go.
his name. And when I heard he changed his name, I was like, oh, thank goodness. Because, it was really difficult to say that name on stream as well. And he made it worse. So, Beta.
There we go.
From PDTX or PDT Xenomorphs. Then, of course, top KD belongs to Dragon's Wrath from PDT Xenomorphs as well with 2.09. Search and Destroy. The top scorer is Reaper from TNT Titans with 1,350 points. And now I have to try and get this right. I actually practiced it with the guy from Project Alpha, and he's on the stream. So I hope I don't mess this up.
Did you actually practice it with a guy?
I actually messaged him and I was like, please, how do I pronounce this?
Well done.
For me, it looks like it could go one way, and I'm English, so I hope it's the right way.
So let it rip. Let us hear.
Skilly de Trilput.
That's pretty accurate. Well done.
From Project Alpha Assassins with a 4 KD.
There we go. No, that was pretty decent. Pretty well done. Nice.
I have to stop and actually read it and then pronounce it correctly.
Well done. Right.
Sure.
So there we go. So, Sika, yeah, take a sip of whatever you have there. I'm going to do the same. So there we go, guys. 9 divisions. And what we talked about tonight was, of course, the results of last week, how those results influenced the league tables for this week, and, of course, the top players of last week. And we are, of course, on Monday, and we have already started the next week, and we will see how this week's games do the same, right? How the results influence the tables. We have, of course, also talked right in the beginning of the stream about a particular rule that was a bit of a surprise to some teams. Again, not that it should be, because the rule was there for quite some time. But if you missed that part, please go back on the stream and go and check that out. I think it is quite important. In case you are wondering what rule we are referring to, please go and check that out. And then, of course, you saw the results, the tables, and the top players for tonight. Of course, if you want any of these results afterwards, you can, of course, either view it on the stream or you can view it on the website at www.bfclanwars.net. And if you haven't been to the site, go to the site, register, and you can see the results, the league tables, and the outcomes of the matches there as well at any given point in time. If you are already subscribed to our channel, though, thank you very much for doing that, and thank you for the support. If you like what we are doing here at Clan Wars, give us a like on this video, and of course, if you are not subscribed, hit that subscribe button, and also the bell to get your notifications whenever we go online. Sika, from your side, what are your final thoughts?
Well, my final thing is that you have to feel my pain right now because Wanda's redeemed hydrate.
Oh, he has?
Yes. So we have to hydrate now.
Okay, fine. But we are not on your stream. But we'll hydrate for you, one, no problem.
It's ongoing joke. I think the guys want to actually make me sick on stream at some point.
Let's not.
But yeah, I think that week one, other than the little issue that we had with, I don't want to say it's not a little issue, but it was a little bit of a blip. I think otherwise the week has gone really well. Teams played very, very hard. And even though there were some teams that did lose points, they still remained very gentlemanly about it, or gentlewomanly. I think that's very ladylike about it. And that's big ups to those teams for taking it with grace. They were obviously a little bit like, what can we do and all that kind of stuff, but like we said to them, I'm sorry. It's just one of those things. It's a rule that was in place. We cannot change it halfway through. We cannot make special provisions for teams. We cannot now add people, change names or anything like that. So yeah, it's been tough for us. And we just want to thank people that have also stood by us and understand the rules and really, sort of have had our backs as well.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But going forward, I'm pretty sure those teams are going to play their little hearts out to redeem those points.
Yeah, I agree. I think so as well. All right. So, guys, we have talked a lot tonight. I am watching the time for us. And again, this season, we are going to try and keep it to, maybe just over an hour, under an hour and a half. So that is what we are aiming for. And we'll see whether we manage to do that. And, yeah, let's try and keep that. But from our side, guys, I think that's all that we had tonight. Just a big quick shout out for, of course, to our League Masters. And that is, of course, Little Green Monster, Rocks, that's Homegirl. We've got Ian, Toxic Monkey. And then, of course, we have Dino, who is, help me out. Fleshy Ox, there we go, Fleshy Ox, who's our new League Master. And of course, then we have Black Sader Ranger, our Stats Master, who has been working his fingers to the bone. You guys have all been great this week. And if you guys are out there, remember your League Master is your friend. Don't make their life difficult. But from my side, guys, that is all we had. Seeker, from again, thank you very much for joining me. Your company lovely as always. And I think we will be back later this week on hopefully this week on Sunday, if nothing goes wrong, with the next recap show. Yeah
It's pray for no more like really serious storms. I mean, we need the rain, but not that bad.
Of course. Exciting times nonetheless. But that's all that we had for you guys from our side. I'm jacosauer for BattleBros. Leave no one standing.